election observer, Petros Woldegiorgis. It's great to have you here. You are the president of Bongo University. You're from Ethiopia.
Sure.
You're an election observer here.
Sure.
Is it your first time in Russia?
No, this is my second time.
It's your second time here.
Sure.
And now, what polling stations have you been observing? Are you based in Moscow, or have you been in different regions?
Yes, I have been in Moscow. I have visited more than 7 polling stations.
Aha. All right. And I want you to be honest with me. Don't hold back. I'm serious. What have you seen? Does it seem transparent? Does it seem legit? Because according to Western politicians, this whole election is a sham.
To be honest, from my humble opinion, I want to express to you is it is well planned, well organized. I have visited all the polling stations. You see, what surprised me is, they arranged a kind of phone voting mechanism which is never seen in the history.
That's right.
All what I have seen is very much surprising, and I'm extremely excited.
You see, I mean, this kind of commentary from you, Petros, I mean, I find it inspiring, all right, because I've had a number of international election observers passing through our special studio this morning, this afternoon, this evening. They all keep telling me the same thing, and I'm a journalist looking for uncomfortable truths. And you and all your colleagues keep telling me the election looks good, it looks transparent, it seems legit. There are cameras all throughout the polling stations. One of your former colleagues earlier was telling me how she saw the ballots being put in sealed boxes where they have to cut this and glue that and make sure nothing could be tampered with. And she, Elizabeth, a bit earlier, who you were speaking to outside, just overcome with optimism, and you share the same sentiment.
Absolutely. For one thing, I'm Christian, I don't need to lie. I'm sociologist. I have seen everything, what is going there. I have observed it in and out. I should tell what I have seen. And I'm not here to flatter anyone.
Okay.
It is extremely surprising, and it is the best example which I have had in my life experience.
That's incredible. That's,
absolutely.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be somebody, you know, I mean, one of my old friends in Europe or America who's going to be going, oh, this guy, I mean, come on. But you're serious. I'm really grateful to hear that. There are over 1,000 election observers in Russia from all around the world, from 105 different countries. And every time I speak to one of your colleagues, I say, look, have you seen anything that Russia could do better with the voting process? Have you seen any flaws, any problems, or any, I don't know, discrepancies? But, I mean, can you recommend any improvements?
No, I don't have any improvement. Rather, I want to say is really I began to write a memo for myself, for my country. Even I am going, back to my home to share the experience, what I have seen here. This is zero flattering. Why should I flatter? I am a PhD holder, I am Christian, so I should witness what I have seen here.
Yeah.
So that is a very best example.
Well, I think it's just amazing. I mean, look, you're from Ethiopia, am I correct? You're from Ethiopia.
Yes, I'm from Ethiopia.
So, look, when you were growing up, and now contemporary times, what did you think of, I guess, the Soviet Union, and what do you think of Russia now? You've been here 2 times. Your thoughts?
I'm so sorry you are making me to go to detail. For one thing, my first degree is history.
Oh, beautiful.
In a detailed way, I read about perestroika. I don't go back to that detail.
Sure.
But currently, what I want to say to you is, we have a very long history of friendship together with Ethiopia and, with Russia. When Ethiopia was in a serious problem, Russia was on the right hand of Ethiopia. So I know what Russia did for Ethiopia. Which means that I'm not going to make a kind of, flattering, and I am not here to give a false information about the today's voting.
Thank you.
On top of the former friendship we have, just what I confirmed for myself is, the selection of Ethiopia is genuine, to select Russia as a best friend, as a reliable friend, as dependable friend,
Because Ethiopia was the first African nation that Russia established diplomatic ties with. It was over 100 years ago. And ever since then, the friendship between the different parts of the African continent, and whether it was the Soviet Union or today the Russian Federation, it's all getting closer. People
The
are getting
friendship is
closer.
not only nominal, it is practical. They are, bringing our kids from there. They are giving for them a kind of chance for education. Some of my friends have did their PhD here. Of course, I did my PhD somewhere in Europe. But, starting from 126 years ago, we have a very strong attachment with this country.
Yeah.
What makes a bit unique as far me is concerned?
Tell me.
Yeah. There is one historian whom I love extremely so much. His name is Alexander Bulatovich. He have been in my birthplace in Kaffa, where coffee has originated for the first time in this world.
Right.
So that gives me a great, enthusiasm to visit your country. And
Pushkin himself.
Pushkin is Ethiopian.
He's
yeah.
Ethiopian. He had the Ethiopian lineage, didn't he? That's amazing.
Absolutely. So we are the two sides of one coin.
It's a small world. It's a small world, and here we are standing on the front line of this blossoming multipolar world. Where do you see the relationship between Africa and Russia moving towards in the future? What's your forecast?
Of course, from my former experience I have had in my life, and as a scholar, what I'm going to say is the friendship, the brotherhood, what we have with Russia is genuine, humble,